is Cital Sofa Pangestu Dakdo with NPM 2241160. Here, I will explain a little material and also performance appraisal along with the explanation. According Siagian, leadership is an ability. Someone to influence other people, in this case para subordinates, in such a way that the other person wants it carry out the wish of the leader, even if it is personal, maybe he doesn't like it. Blanchard and Hersey argued leadership is the process of influencing individual activities and group in an effort to achieve goals in a situation certain. Leadership is the process by which individual exercises influence a group of individuals to achieve a common goal. As for the definition of leadership is a process when a superior encourages subordinates to behave according to their wish and can direct and coordinate the work of member group. The function of leadership in organization often has specification differ from other areas of work of organization. This difference is caused by several things including type of organization, social situation within the organization, and number member of the group. Successful leaders are capable leaders, manage or organize an organization effectively and capably carry out leadership effectively as well. Therefore, leaders must truly be able to carry out their function as a leader. According to Terry, leader function can be grouped into four, namely planning, organizing, drive, and control. In carrying out its function, leaders have certain tasks, namely ensure that the group can achieve its goal well in productive, deep cooperation. Whatever circumstance the group faces, tasks the main leader are: 1. Gives a clear structure to situation. Complexities faced by the group. 2. Monitor and channel group behavior. Leadership style is where the leader is at the moment interacting with his followers in the process. Leadership style is very important because style leadership reflects what the leader does in influencing his followers to realize his vision. The exciting leadership style are: 1. Persuasive style, namely the style of leading with using an evocative approach, feelings, thoughts, or in other words with make an invitation or inducement. 2. Repressive style, namely a leadership style with how to apply pressures, threats, so that subordinates feel afraid. 3. Participative style, namely the leadership style in which provide opportunities for subordinates for that actively both mentally, spiritually, physical, as well as material in his work in organization. 4. Innovative style, namely always a leader try hard to make it happen reform effort in all fields, both political, economic, social, cultural, or any product related to needment. 5. Educative style, namely a leader who likes carry out subordinate development in a way provide education and skill to subordinates, so that subordinates have more insight and experience good from day to day. 6. Motivational style, namely a leader who can convey information about his ideas, programs, and policies to subordinates well. Communication, it makes all ideas, program, and policies can be understood by subordinates, so that subordinates want to make everything happen. Ideas, program, and policies established by leader. Meanwhile, Robbins' referred for types of style leadership includes: 1. Charismatic leadership style. Followers are encouraged by heroic or leadership abilities, which is extraordinary when they observe certain behavior of leader day. There are 5 main characteristics of charismatic leaders. A. vision and articulation. He has a vision aimed at a target, an ideal that hopes the future is better than the status quo, and able to clarify to the importance of an understandable vision by other people. B. Personal ratio. Charismatic leaders are willing to take risks, highly personal, bear large charge, and are deeply involved self-sacrifice to achieve the vision. C. Sensitive to the environment, they are able to assess realistically environmental constraints and the research need to make change. D. Sensitivity to followers' need, charismatic leader perspective, or very understanding of other people's abilities and responsive to their needs and feelings. 2. Transactional leadership style. Transactional leader are leaders who guide or motivate their followers toward established goals by clarifying rules and task requirements. Leadership style transactional focus more on leader-subordinate relationship without an effort to create change for his subordinates. There is 4 characteristics of transactional leader. A. Contingent rewards. Contracts in exchange for rewards for effort done, promising reward for good performance, recognized assessment. B. Management by exception or active, looking and searching deviation from rules and standard, taking action repair. C. Management by exception or passive, intervene only if standards are not met. D. Laissez-faire, letting go of responsibility, avoiding recreation decision. 3. Transformational leadership style. The transformational leadership style focus on matters and development needs of each followers. Transformational leader change followers' awareness of problem by helping them look at all problems in new ways, and they are able to exit approach and inspire followers to expel extra effort to achieve group goals. There are 4 characteristics of transformational leaders. A. Charisma, provide vision and sense of mission, instill pride, gaining respect and trust. B. Inspiration, communicating high expectation using symbol for focusing effort, depicting simple important meaning. C. Intellectual stimulation, encourage intelligence, rationally, and then careful problem solving. D. Individual consideration, providing personal attention, serving employees personally, coaching and advising. 4. Visionary leadership style, ability to create and articulate a realistic vision, credible and interesting regarding the future of the organization or organizational unit, which is growing and improving compared to now. This vision, if properly selected and implemented, has great power so that it can result in a leap forward into the future by generating skill, talents, and research for make it happen. There are also 5 styles that are adapted to the situation according Xiaojian 2002, namely: A. Autocratic type of leader, consider the organization as private property, identifying personal goals with organizational goals. B. Militaristic type of leader, in moving his subordinates a system of frequent command use. When moving his subordinates, he likes to depend on them rank and position. The tasks of leadership are quite numerous, but in this case, some important tasks will be outlined, including: A. As a counselor is the job of a leader in a unit work by assisting or helping HR to overcome problems he faces in carrying out his duties charged to him. B. As an instructor, a leader at whatever rank he is. In fact, His position is attached to his duties as an instructor or as good teacher of exciting human resource below it. C. Leading meetings. A leader at any level at some point time to hold meeting and lead them. The plan to be prepared is usually preceded by a meeting, so that implementation of the plan is easier to implement. D. Make decision among all the tasks carried out by HRM. Then what is perhaps the hardest is the task of making decision. This decision making is the only deed that distinguishes a leader, hence success. A leader is large, determined by skill, make decision at very critical times. E. Delegating authority. Delegation is also called delegation. A leader cannot possibly do everything himself work due to time constraints and limitation. Therefore, a leader who it is wished to delegate some tasks and authority over his subordinates. Communication is an important element in life organization. Management function ranging from planning, organizing, direction to supervision all involve communication. According to Ivan Sevis, 2007, in Sunyoto 2013, communication defined as the transition of information and understanding truth. The use of shared symbol from one person or group to another other parties. The symbol can be verbal or non-verbal. According to Sophia 2008, communication is the delivery or exchange of information from the sender to the recipient, either verbally, written, or using communication tools. Nowadays, there are many managers sending information with complex management information system, in where data from various sources is then analyzed by computers and delivered to the recipient electronically. Meanwhile, according to Bangun 2012, communication is a process conveying information from the sender to the recipient of the message effectively through the right media. From the opinion above, it can be concluded that communication is the process of conveying information from one person or another group to the other parties, both verbally and in writing, with use the right media. That's all my explanation. I end it with wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.